Welcome. How's it going, Ulf? Let's see. Have you played Mashinky any before this? I haven't played Mashinky before last week. I did watch it a little bit. I was always intrigued by it. Yeah, but it was just on my radar. I never committed to, like, you know, a investigative report on whether or not I should get it. Hello, Wolf. What the heck is Wolfpack doing here? Watching at work? It's just not appropriate. Anyway, this will be a stream on Mashinky, and I think I'll just try to blow through as much as I can. I don't have too much time. Maybe I have enough time to, let's see, play for maybe an hour and 20 minutes or so. Wolfpack is a terrible employee. Well, to be fair, I don't think that's a bad thing, considering, well, let's not reveal any details. So, starting loan, additional loan, loan interest, all kinds of cool things we can set up. I think that, honestly, one of the things that the game, it kind of probably would benefit from increased loan interest, or at least I think that would be good for if you want to be a little bit more. It's the same thing with openTTD. You can just take a huge loan, make a ton of money immediately. So, a Rule the Waves 2 question. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah, so. Okay, so anyways, let's start this game. I'm excited to get into it. We're going to be doing basically the tutorial type thing, but we'll be kind of blowing through it. Let's see. By the way, I haven't really checked the game volume balance. Things are looking good. Stream quality is... Oh gosh, we had a spike or something. I saw some red lines coming from my bitrate. First time viewer, second time chatter. How does that work? Good old finishes here. Alright, so anyway, let's pause here, and let's just, for the only time we're going to take a look at it, let's admire the 3D graphics in this game. I mean, I guess the other viewpoint I'm going to is going to be in 3D as well, but let's just take a look. It's in a book, it's Reading Rainbow. Take a look at this, because this is the last time you're going to see any of this. I think it's actually a pretty cool idea the way they've done this. If you hit spacebar, you move into the construction mode. And this is openTTD, if you ask me. It's also how I prefer to view the game. I actually even prefer it when I'm not building stuff. So we'll be watching this. This is going to be our viewpoint, well, 99.9% of the time. So goodbye, realistic-ish world, and hello, openTTD world. Oh, AI War is the question. It is a mod. It's like, let's say, functional, maybe? Just not functional well. So we're going to have some little things here that we're just going to quickly go through. Control, move, let's just do that. So we're going to do stamps. Let's just stamp very quickly a junction, then we'll delete it. My first time. I'll take the money first. And now this is the first actually interesting topic, is building something from Coventry to Kirkcaldy. So these are actually two pretty decent cities, so this is a good start for us. What is Mashinky? I mean, in case you really don't know or can't read the title, this is a train tycoon game. I mean, I'm going to make the comparison with openTTD ad nauseum because I can't really see any way around it. I feel like this game was actually created from somebody who just thought openTTD needed a facelift. That's how I view it. Let's start 1, 2, 3. So we'll start here. This could be 5. Could probably move 1 forward. That looks good. Economics-wise, just as a random comment, I guess, really, you Oh shoot, I have to be doing these in the exact order. Did I already build first station? Okay, so first station here. I'm gonna build it here, I think. There's a method to my madness. I know I could build it a little bit. Wait, it's free if I build it in here? Wonderful. Yeah, so Can I... Okay, there, I got it. Alright, we're doing it. If you don't follow the tutorial exactly, it kind of bugs out a little bit. So now we just need to connect these two. One. Diagonal. Oh yeah, excellent. Looks like we'll be able to go. Perfect. It's connected. We need a depot. I mean, come on. Most people who are watching my channel, I imagine you already know the deal with train simulators. So let's do this. Get an engine. And this is one of the interesting mechanics in Mashinky. I'm not sure if I actually like it or don't. The currency is actually broken up, kind of. So in most games, in most Tycoon games, you only deal with money. However, in this one, you actually have tokens. You have money tokens, that's kind of like your money. But you also have lumber tokens, you have coal tokens, you have iron tokens. And these actually can be used, as you can see, to buy different things. And I guess that the mechanic at work here is if you're actually in the time period where iron is first like being used, or steel, I guess is what it probably should be. When steel was first starting being used, if you didn't make the delivery to get the steel plant running yourself, you know, then you wouldn't be able to build something made of steel. I don't know how true that is. I'm just guessing that that's, or maybe it's just purely a game mechanic. There's absolutely no like real life parallel to it. But I really can't say. Another nice thing, so we have these tokens and you can buy different things with different tokens. It kind of just gets confusing to me. I dislike it, I would say, in general. And the main reason I dislike it, we'll unpause so our train starts going, is because... Will we be getting some yawns in this stream? Oh my gosh. Left, how did I release that video? Where did I talk about that? How did you know that? I did a recording of a video in Mashinky, and I just yawned the entire thing, probably 20% of the time. Like, that's a lot. Every 5 seconds was... okay, that's an exaggeration, but... I've been tired lately. In fact, I worked today as well. My Saturday. I gave away my precious Saturday to 6 hours of work. And I'll have to go back to work a little bit after this, but... I mentioned it in Discord. Okay, good. One thing I want to mention about the... like the pathfinding or whatever in this game is it's pretty cool. I did not give Train 1 any orders. Train 1 has no orders. And yet it's intelligent enough to know, okay, I am a passenger train. Here's 2 stations that I'm connected to. I'm just gonna go and start carrying people from one station to the other and back. So it's really cool that they have this built in. If I was just to connect the same kind of situation, eventually we're gonna want lumber, or lumber being fed to a lumber mill to get, wait, is that wrong? Trees go to a lumber mill and come out lumber? Is that right? Anyway. Eventually I'm going to want to feed this symbol to... Oh my gosh, this symbol. I'm going to feed the forest to the sawmills. And it's going to come out lumber. So wow, this is actually a pretty hilly area. I mean, compared to most of the beginner area, which is relatively flat. Let's just stay away from that, see if there's... Oh my gosh. They shouldn't have. Now, what I was trying to say about passengers is... Passengers are paid, or give you money based on the distance they go. One passenger will give you 1 money for every 50 tiles he goes. Which means if he goes 25 tiles, I suppose he only gives you 0.5. Now... That's not the case with industrial goods or freight. Freight is distance agnostic. It does not care how far it goes, it just wants to get to the place where it's going to be turned into something else. However, usually there's a sawmill that's like all alone. And there it is. See, this sawmill is all alone? Well, there's no trees. Oh my gosh, there's no trees like anywhere near it. However, if we are able to supply wood to this sawmill, we'll not only get the usual tool lumber, which honestly we can't do much with unless we want to bring it all the way to a workshop. However, if we just decide to drop off lumber at this sawmill, or drop off trees at the sawmill, it'll give us the usual 3-to-2 ratio. 2 lumber will actually compile here, but we'll also get 2 lumber tokens per delivery, which means that that is a very good candidate for us to try to get that going. It's going to be very expensive, but okay, 1, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, this is going to be expensive, but I don't want to go up hills. Hills are bad. Okay. At least I don't want to go up 2 hills. I can maybe justify 1. This is only going to take 6,000 money to flatten. We almost have enough. Alright, let's be a little more reasonable. If I want to go from here... Ah, man, it's just like perfect. So I'll probably be going something like this. Or I could go diagonal. Okay, I actually can just go diagonal all the way over here. We'll trim up this a little bit. And I want to make everything flat. Okay, so you just have to go up 1 hill. I can do that. Oh, hooray, we got a reward. Our first passengers. First line. Oh, we got a reward for that too. I forgot. So, I live in the US, right? I do, yes. AI Nation Warring in Rule the Waves 2. Wasn't I? I was developing this mod for Rule the Waves 2. Yes, it's developed. Well, it's not complete in a way that I can't. I stopped working on it because the game requires you to, in order to, I made it so that it actually reads any changes to the game file. Anytime you progress a month, the game file is updated, the save game file is updated, the autosave at least, and this looks at that and it tells if when the new month is there, and it runs AI wars, or at least diplomatic tensions, and possibly AI nations will fight and ships will sink. However, ships will never actually sink unless you quit the game and reload the game after my mod has modified the game file. So there's no way to interact. There's no basically API with the game. You can't interact with it. So, all right, delivery of logs. So you know what? Let's just be bold. You got to be bad. You got to be bold. You got to be wiser. Nope, not gonna get it. There we go. Now we got it. I like to make my stations 5 tiles long. I don't know if it's really necessary, but anyway, let's go this way. 1, 2. I always like to have 2 freebies before we get going. All the way over here. Okay, let's start thinking about how we're gonna do this. Let's also make my station over here. It's a little bit close for comfort. Probably gonna have to bulldoze a little bit more land. This makes me uncomfortable. Just bulldoze it. We always still have some money. We're good. We're good. Choo choo. Welcome, lightning. How close will I push it? All right. Let's just. I mean, it's crazy, but let's just see how expensive would it be to just do it. Only 800? Only 1,000? I think it might be less if I do this right. It's worth it. Making basically the Panama Canal. Do this as cheaply as possible. We're gonna have no money left, but that's what loans are for. You know, the banks, they just give you more money. What's the point of being concerned about expenses anyway? You just get more from the bank. They're always willing to just give you more money. Look at that. It worked. And we've done it. This company just bulldozes all nature. Look, I mean, eventually we'll go through the hills, but the funny thing is it does not even matter with these first trains. They're so slow, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, we're collecting stuff. Let's get, how do we want to do this, actually? Where's the closest people stuff from there? Okay, so this is actually going to be interesting. We probably want a people station here, and these lines are going to have to intersect, which is always a bit hairy. What about co-op with dev? Game need this. Interesting. Co-op with the dev. I don't know how I don't think there's multiplayer in it yet. It's on like the list of things to do, they say, but I'm trying to figure out a way to get. Is there a way for me to get trains from this hub onto this line without being completely inefficient about it? I think that we can do it. Yeah, oh, by the way, this is gonna be just all my money. But that's fine. Okay, good. So now I just want I need to put at least one signal so that these are considered separate places. Oh, by the way, there's no undo in this game. It drives me nuts. It drives me batty. I need to bulldoze this entire line. Everything I just made was a mistake. I need to go, let's say 2 first, and then you can start going down here. So that is okay. Because eventually I'm going to want to go double wide. I like to have one-way lines, one on each side. So in order to do that, you gotta leave space for another entrance. You don't have to, but it makes it a lot easier. Alright, so delete, same way as in openTTD. That's why I feel this game was heavily influenced, or probably just based on openTTD. Same thing, just hit delete to clear all the different things. Let's get another something which is going to pull our something something. Now, the maximum this train can carry is 168. You can see the total weight here. 83 unloaded, 97. So we just need to keep the 97 under the 168. And we've done it. And this train is 4.5 in length. That's actually quite good. So it's going to be pulling a ton of stuff. Now, if I just hit go, let's just test it out. I'm not giving it any orders. Again, I'm just relying on it to know what to do. It's never ever going to move because we don't have different segments, but there, now it will move. And off it goes. Line item, bulldozer cost 1.5 million. We probably could look at, oh yeah, that was expensive. I guess infrastructure bot is... I think that's the... I don't see a category for anything else related to landscaping, so I guess landscaping is considered infrastructure. But look at this, I didn't tell the train to do this, and it's already doing it all by itself. Where is the number for other train games? Where's that? Where's the number? This number. What number? I don't understand. Welcome, Alechius. Aren't as slow as the starter transport fever trains. Yeah, these are fine. I mean, so it's just nice that the signaling, by the way, is very simple, but I find it okay. It's almost sufficient. There's situations where I run into where I actually want different signal types that don't exist, but because they only have 2 different types of signals. They have path signals, and they have the normal block signals. Oh, I guess these are combo signals, but they only have 1 type of combo signal. The max load at full speed. Yeah, it is really nice that they give you all this information. So that's the speed, and this thing can only go, I mean, at the curves, it can only go 37. Well, guess what? That's pretty much max speed anyway. So it's really nice to have all this information available. It certainly would be information available to person buying a train. So we have a very basic setup right now, and we're going to start getting lumber tokens because... There it is. 2 code. Yes! 33! 35! It's happening. It's happening, people. Yeah, we probably definitely... Or we don't probably. We definitely do want a second line for this. The only problem is it's going to take so long. We'll have to like synchronize the trains perfectly. They'll have to be pretty close together. I can probably do it though. Anyways, this line that I had, it was eventually going to go over to Portsmouth, but we'll have to take out a big loan to do that. And you know what? There's no time like the present. So that's the downside with these little tokens is when you start doing freight everywhere. I mean, in real life, if I'm moving logs to a sawmill to make lumber, they're gonna pay me for it. But in this game, I don't get paid at all. There's 0 actual money, which I need to use for maintenance of my trains. There's no money paid to me for making this drop off. So the problem is, if you don't use passengers, maybe it's the game's way of shoehorning you into passenger deliveries, but if you don't do passenger stuff, you will actually just lose all your money. You'll just go broke. So you have to do passengers. And I don't feel that's totally realistic. I feel like there's plenty of examples of train companies that did not do passenger stuff, only did freight, and were perfectly acceptable, perfectly successful. Lightning says, makes me want to start up openTTD. Yeah, so that's my thing. Every time I play Mashinky, first of all, I have fun every time I play this. It's really, really fun. However, on the flip side, every time I finish playing, in my head, the question resonates. Should I have just been playing openTTD? So, I mean, this is definitely a simpler version of openTTD. It's a little bit easier. The interface is better. Lots of benefits to it. However, it's still not quite as complex, and it doesn't. The whole money situation. I mean, it's not fully fleshed out, right? There's no. You can only do trains. I don't think you can do. Yeah, you can build roads, but you can't do like bus stations or anything like that. Okay. Delivery of coal. You 200 units of coal to any tool works. Well, probably don't have the money for that. Now, honestly, the solution to not having enough money is to borrow money. You heard it here first. But on top of that, to try to make more money. I mean, importantly, not just borrowing more money. Also making more money. So we drag this line straight over here-ish. Now let's figure out where this... Well, I mean, to me, it's pretty clear what we want to do here. We'll make a station... I think I'm going to put it like that. 1, 2. Did I overdo this? Oh no, it's perfect. Wow, it's actually perfect. Okay, so let's just get the signaling up the way I want it. Just to prevent people from hitting each other, we'll give some one-way signals. I haven't put a second train on this line yet, but that certainly is something I should also be doing. Although it's gonna be tight. How do I do that? Because this is a mess. Anyway, let's do it. Let's just gung ho. Tally ho. Go with a porter. Don't really know the difference. I mean, one carries not quite twice as much, but I guess lengthwise it carries. Oh, the weight is less per people. Okay. Well, let's just use them as a test. Fine, let's do that. Let's launch you like this. Now I'm actually going to give orders to this one just to make sure that it doesn't use a different path, different track. Oops. And I actually should go over to train 1 and tell it orders because I don't want it deciding to go elsewhere. So I actually want to confine it to the place where it's at. Okay, so that should be good. Wargame says it's openTTD. Yeah, basically. That's what I keep saying as well. Oh, he got passengers. I was like, why did he stop? Oh, it's the perfect collision. Ah! Ah! Look at that train. Trains in real life stop so fast. I mean, have you ever seen a train stop that slow? This train stops so slow. Mashinky announced road vehicles is coming at 2019, August 27th. I guess it's on its way. Wow, perfect. And it just happened then. Just 10 days ago, they'll have road vehicles soon. So if Mashinky had all the functionality of openTTD, I think it just would be a better game. One thing I would like to see is, I guess, more complicated signals. I would like an option for to transfer between currency. So to continue this thing I was talking about earlier, if you if you deliver your lumber here and you get your lumber tokens and you're running out of money, you should have a way of transferring your lumber tokens to money tokens, even if it's at a prohibitively terrible exchange rate. Like, incentivize the player to go out and make the lumber tokens and the money tokens by making the exchange rate abysmal. But don't tell me that a person can't buy lumber with money. Oh, this is going to be a real problem. So I probably need to put one. I kind of messed this one up. I intentionally give 2 spaces for like the 2 straight track after the station, so I can just add and maneuver things. And then I messed it up here by not giving the space. Like, it doesn't really make sense to save just one spot. I want it here. I want the tracks to be there, but that's fine. We messed it up. Okay, so we want to deliver timber. Well, that's not going to happen from this one. We're supposed to put coal to a tool work as well, if I'm not mistaken. So where's... Okay, this one doesn't look bad. These, we can connect these. That doesn't look too bad. That's really it. Yeah, it probably has to be this one and this one. That's actually pretty far away. Is there any loops we can do here? Where's the nearest sawmill? Oh my god, way up there. So we can go lumber to... wood to sawmill, lumber to toolworks, coal to... that's... You know what? Forget it. It's just going to be messy. This is a horrible random distribution of stuff, unfortunately. Like, there's only 3 tool places, and they're all in the bottom. Oh wait, there is one up here. Oh, we could actually make this line a different train. I mean, not that this is a train that I want to be running in double, but we could run a train from the lumber all the way to tool. I don't know. It's, you know what? Let's do it. The bank's just gonna give us more money. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to make this line a double wide line, at least as far as I can, which probably is to here. Yeah, that works. So now let's start getting this to run like so. Also, these should all be path signals, probably. You shouldn't go in here unless you can clear the intersection. But you know what? That's funny. See, this is where I would like it not to be just that. That's not going to do anything because there'll always be some place to go, and it probably is not the right way. Anyway, we do have a little place for people to turn around at least now. And I think I'll just leave a few in here. Little one-way things. And then obviously the last of them. Okay, good. And then actually you cannot do anything. This is like, it has to be its own block. Because any movement on this track, if you can't get all the way back over here, it's going to block the track. So we only have one little passing lane. this is going to be a disaster. I think that we have to remove this one. So now you won't go here. And I actually need to make this a path signal and this a path signal. So don't go here unless you can get out. Okay, he's doing it. So now we want to get a train to take the lumber. This is insane. All the way over here. This is just not... And we definitely don't want to clog this line anymore, so we're going to have them use this and then make the split after we cross that line. Don't cross that line. Well, in this case, we do want to. Okay. Where does this put us? Yeah, perfect. This is basically just perfect. Okay, good. So now we just choose your destiny. And I think that's all we need to do. I don't know, like logically, I think that's everything. So this one actually does work. We won't go green unless we can get all the way to the next destination. Although it's gonna, anyway. So let's just test it out. Let's see if a train can go there or not. So we're gonna get this one to use... And we want to max this out, but we did one too many. So we'll take this, and I should just be able to hit start and let him go. Let's see what he does. Oh my god, he has no way of getting there. Well, how will you do this? I'm kind of curious how he does it. I think I know how he's supposed to do it, go this way, but we're just gonna cheat for him. Like now he's gonna be stuck. And that's perfect. We'll just, that magic reverse button that every train has, just gonna have him use that. Unfortunately, he came out just right in front of this guy, so they're gonna be tied up. And I probably should have kept ideally these would be very close together, something like this, to prevent exactly that situation from happening, but that's why you're supposed to use the signal every 6 tiles or whatever, and then it'll just do that for you, but it's not going to matter because this guy's going to have to wait for this guy, the lumber dude, to go pick up anyway, so whatever. Less complex and costs money, not ideal. So that's, I guess, Finish's way of saying that openTTD might be a better thing than Mashinky, because Mashinky costs money. Get out of here, your 8 money is nothing compared to my 17.6. Alright, anyway, what are we doing here? We're delivering timber. Okay, we have that set up. Now the coal situation is impossible. There's actually no... Yeah, the funny thing is we only have 3 tool places and they're all down here. So there's no way for us to make this whole infrastructure work without an enormous line all the way down. And come on, I'm willing to do these little stupid things to try to get the timber, the lumber from this one to this one, but come on, I'm not going to do a line all the way down here when I can just grab like the closest 2. We're pretty much out of money though, so we probably won't be able to do this. But you know what? I've heard that the bank just keeps letting you borrow money, so let's do that. V. And again, you don't get paid based on the distance when it comes to freight. Only with passengers. So let's go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then really it's the way we avoid the most forest, which doesn't appear to be a big deal. Okay, we only need 1 train here right now. Okay, you guys are getting a hub. Yes. Yes, you will. Hub. Looks good. Now we can get an engine pulling... What are we getting? Coal on this one? So we can actually use the lumber tokens we're getting. And why not? This is supposedly better, I guess, but... Okay, good. We can just barely let 3 on. That's 163. We have max tonnage of 168. So just barely made it. So get that going on. And we're going to be feeding that, which is going to give us coal tokens, which is quite nice, actually. So has this proven that it's not working? I think it actually proved it is working. We've delivered, we finally delivered timber. IO Crafter, I didn't even see your comment. Welcome. Yeah, so I like the one-way system. I don't know what other people use, but my favorite is just to have one-way lines going everywhere. And this mess probably should be done in a different way. I think it's actually fine. I may even be able to make it double, like, one way as well. I can let the one-way stuff keep happening. Although I'm kind of happy with the proof of concept that this what do they call this? Combo signals are working correctly. We get another subsidy if we just build one more train, but where would that train even go? Okay, so we're getting tokens now. Build a bridge. Okay, that's a great idea. Do they have water in this game? Do they not have water? Can you just for a second or two show the guys how very good the graphics really are? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, they are good. We can also click on this train and start riding aboard it. I mean, yeah, they are good. Look at that turnaround! Now, there is an option that you can prevent turning around, which means you have to do it manually. Like, I'm very, very used to actually doing my stations sideways so that you come in a loop and go back out, and that's also where the one-way lines works really well. But there's also the option where you can just not check that and your trains just turn around for themselves. It depends. I mean, it's basically how, like, where do you want the realism to stop? That was Ulf demanding that I show that off, so we did it, and now he's happy. Delivered 53 coal, so I don't even know where my next train will be. What's our most lucrative route right now? We have 22 for this. That is pretty good. This is actually not doing too bad itself, probably because it doesn't have any obstructions. Who's gonna get there? Oh. I think this happens every single time. It's pretty funny. What's nice to see is that these guys are continually well spaced out, which I guess means that's not good, because this guy catches up every time, which means that, and it's true, his route here is shorter. And what I'll do next time is I'll actually hold the lumber guy back to let this first guy go, and he'll eventually catch back up, but it'll give him some time. Kurt Over's here. I haven't seen Kurt since a long time. Does this have multiplayer, Alex? I guess it's supposed to, but it doesn't yet. And that really would make it better, too. Because then, I mean, with openTTD... By the way, what are you guys doing tonight? Let's do an openTTD game, right? Doesn't that sound great? 2.2 money. That's the one disadvantage with having your big train arrive after your small train. There's no people left. So, actually, we're starting to make some of that money back, I think. All the money we just blew on this little train line down here. Maybe, maybe not. Again, I still wish you could transfer your other tokens to money. Time to go. 0400. My time better sleep now. Okay, take care, Ulf. Have a good Sunday yourself. It's got good music, though. It's an important thing. So after this guy drops off his lumber here, we're actually going to stop him here so that he doesn't interfere with this train coming back. This happens every single time. It's just, how funny is it that they're just perfectly off sync? Or I guess they're in sync. This guy is just taunting the other train. Good music though, as I said. Alright, let's let the first guy go. I want to see how this works. Maybe this train had to wait. I don't know. I don't know. Things might have just stacked up perfectly against train 3. Okay, it's red. It should stay red. It should stay red. It should stay red until... Interesting. Why did this go... It should have been red until... Oh, this is not a path signal. Got it. I wonder if these should be path signals, or combo signals as well. Put in another station track there and let them both stop at the same time. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's a reasonable suggestion. Yeah, okay, let's do it. What I'll end up doing is actually just making this one like that. It just happens perfectly every time. Oh, that's really funny. Finally, Train 3 has his way. Yeah, the problem is that he's not picking up a lot of people for the return trip because of that, too. Alright, anyway, are we deforesting? Oh, this has to be an exact one. Oh my gosh. So there's 2 and 5 coal, but there's no place to drop it off. I guess we can drop it off up here, but... You know, honestly, I really like getting this. Okay, let's look at the people. There's 9 people here. 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 9. Okay, this seems like another good route just to make money. Okay, let's do this, because we do want to make a little bit more money. We're not, like, you know, greedy, but money's good. I mean, or tokens. I think we'll do this one sideways. Actually, I think we'll do it... It's kind of tough to say the best way of doing it, because I'm going to add the extensions, which are going to... The waiting room one, which increases this by a lot. So I think what I want to do is this. Okay. So first of all, go 2. And then go diagonal. I don't know how far you have to go diagonal, so let's actually start with this one, which just has to go straight for a very long time. Okay, now how do we connect this? Pretty straightforward. Oh, depot extension, okay. Yeah, we can do that. What do we do? Did we finish something? By the way, once we get to... Oh, we got the... So if we can get to this, 100 tokens... We need coal! Quickly! Coal tokens! Quick! I guess we're getting them from here right now. Do we need to put 2 on here? How much... Yeah, he actually is getting all the coal in this station. So there's no point in putting another train on this route. Since this does not generate coal fast enough to actually limit train 5. Like, train 5 is already limited. Is this actually Tortuga Plain then? Because there's no collisions, I get it. You clever boy, he got me. It stings. By the way, I have a new motto for my Discord. I feel like I'm gonna just say this. If you're old, please join. Or old at heart. But we don't want any young people on the Discord. I actually, I was so tired. Okay, so I should explain where that comes from. Last night I was doing a recording of Mashinky as a channel update, and I was finished as ageism. Yeah, so I was doing this recording. I was, by the way, out of my mind tired. I talked about this already in the stream that at like 20% of the time I was just yawning. So I worked like 15 hours yesterday, and I got home and I looked at my channel. And I was like, okay, I haven't done a recording in like 2 days. Well, it's been more than that. That's just when the last one was posted. I was really, trying to just get a video out, and I noticed that I couldn't do even a full recording because I was just too tired. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a channel update, talk about how Rule of Waves coming to an end, how Field of Glory Empires is doing, stuff like that. Okay, we don't have any money, so we'll use the Baldwin. Time to rest. Wait, give me money. I need more money. Bank. The bank just gives you more money. It's just like perfect. We need one more train anyways, and then we'll get, what, 25. I need money. Don't give me that. I think we'll just take a porter and use the coach cars. As many as they'll hold, that's fine. Green means go. Go, go, go. So we did the delivery of coal. That's fantastic. We want to beat the timeline here. 1930, I think, is when the early steam age will end. And if we invest in the new technology, we get a bonus. So we do want that. We're not deforesting that place yet. We're almost there. Oh, no, that's 200. That's a lot. Oh, wait. Okay, so we got that. Time to progress. We really need to invest in facilities. Build these 3 station extensions. Okay, music to my ears. It's basically the perfect timing. I think that the first thing we want to do is improve this station because Coventry is actually up to 8 people now. You can see that she is growing because of the activity. I think she was at 7 before. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, let's just grab this station. Let's add a waiting room. But don't add it like this. Let's add it like that. So if you rotate it a little bit away, it goes a little bit further. I think that that's a useful thing to do. Now we could also get a restaurant here. How much is that going to add? So it does add extensions as well. So maybe we should put it right here. No, they don't have a road to get there, so I don't think that they can actually go. So we might just do something like this. Maybe even just like this. We want to make more money, so let's do it. Freight loading speed. Okay, we have 2 of the 3 now. If I was to speak on behalf of some Discords on the channel, we just want some mature people. Yes, age doesn't matter. Oh, so that was the joke. I didn't finish my statement, but that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, it's nice, we have nice intellectual discussions there, we have mature people. Those are the things I'm looking for. And then what I realized, well, I mean, there is a correlation, right? In general, this is what I said. I said, if you use the word meme, at some point, I mean, the newer generations passed me by. I'm not even that old, but when people use the word meme for everything, it immediately strikes me as, okay, this person's probably pretty young. Alekia says, wow, restaurants and add-ons. Sounds like Railroad Tycoon. Just with money being a token you earn rather than grabbing money with every load. If your largest possible loco is a 10-wheeler in 26, you are one backwards rail network. Where are the Pacifics, Mikados, Mountains, and Mallets? Lance asks, how many childish people do you actually get on the Discord? Considering the main topic of the channel, I would expect mostly mature people. Yeah, I mean, Finnish can answer that as well, but I'll take a stab at it. The channel, I mean, the Discord is like, it's like 90% of the people in there, maybe 95, maybe even like 99, are very mature, and we have really good discussions. There's been so many. We've had good multiplayer games come out of it. Right now there's a Hearthfire and 4 multiplayer game where there's 6 or 7 people all playing as Japan. They actually each, thanks to Xfears, by the way, for orchestrating this, each person is playing a different part of the Japanese, like, order of battle. Some people are, there's one person on the naval side, I guess Lightning, right? Seabass is here, he's the airplanes guy, I guess. Letherington's the army guy, they have Alekius, the logistics guy. I don't even know, I'm technically in there as I pretend that I'm the Emperor Hirohito, or Tortuguito, or whatever I call myself, because I don't actually have the time to commit. I can't commit to a. I mean, look, I've been busy enough. I can't even do recordings. So, but it's a really cool idea, and it's something that we were trying to do with Hearts of Iron 3 before, and had this idea to do it with Hearts of Iron 4 as Germany or the Soviets. Anyway, pretty cool thing. So that's the kind of stuff that has been orchestrated through the Discord. So there's like a great community of people. I would say that only just recently, maybe in the last 6 months, we've had, just because probably the channel's growing, and you're going to get that in any growing channel, there's been a lot of enthusiastic younger people, some of them less mature, and then, you know, basically. Younger people also have less of a filter on what they say, so you have more. It's kind of like a vocal minority, I would say. And this is a great point. Rimi Hakurai or whatever says, Hearts of Iron 4 co-op is a perfect way to simulate the Army-Navy rivalry of Japan, especially competing over factories. And yeah, I think that's part of it. Well, it looks like we have this train slowing down this train again. Train 2 finally caught back up to Train 4. We're just going to let that be, though. I guess when we get more money, which is not right now, for sure. This is actually making a lot of money. I wonder if I should... Did I get my 3 extensions? I didn't even do my last one. Okay. So 9... I think we'll do the... Where should I build my extension at? I think I kind of boxed myself in here that I'm going to have to do the extension on this side. Like that. And just hope the town grows that way. Although it does look like it's going to grow that way. But that's fine, we'll just do that. We collected a small reward. We're still delivering timber. That's going to complete itself slowly over time. But as is this one. Now we have the 100 tokens necessary, which means we can actually enter the early Steam Age early. But I think I'll just kind of push it a little bit closer. Maybe around 1929 we'll go in. So I can kind of develop my infrastructure. Kurt, it says it's all those young whippersnappers playing Rule the Waves 2. Oh my gosh, the Rule the Waves 2 stuff is... I don't think that there's anybody who's immature who can play Rule the Waves 2. It's almost like it requires a maturity level just to play it. By the way, is this dissipating? Oh, there's only 3 left and it needs 4. Okay, got it. So this one should be making a lot of money. In fact, I probably will end up putting 2 lines in here as well. Oh, 5 money? That's not that good. Spoke too soon. Let's go ahead and just invest in this one. I think I'm just going to invest and hope that this ends up being something lucrative. Let's do that. Whoops. We barely have enough money, by the way, to do that. And we don't have enough money for restaurant, but I'm going to borrow. I notice you can only borrow money, so that's another kind of funny thing. You can't borrow lumber or coal tokens, which again is probably just their way of saying that money is this fluid currency thing, but the lumber tokens and the coal tokens are supposed to be representative of actual deficiencies in those supplies. So if you can't build something based on lack of lumber or coal, you probably still can build it with just money. But there's some things you can do with money that you just can't do with anything else. Anyway, where do we want to put this restaurant? I think I will just put it right here. And I do want to get a restaurant for Station 9 as well. Like, let's go full on. The catchment zone for this is not really going to expand anything, so I'll just put it right there. Let's see, and now with that huge investment, I think it is mandatory for us to develop a second line here. I mean, multiple lines. Okay, so we want probably an inside track. So let's split this off a little early. Now, by the way, if you want... Oh, shoot, I messed that up. I'm going to have to bulldoze. If you want to make your railroads able to turn around, you need 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how far apart you have to make them. If you want like 2 lines, like one like this, and then one down here, you can actually get it so they can turn around and connect to each other if you make 2 one-way lines. But like this, the only way for us to turn around is to do something silly. So Yeah. If I wanted to get back here, I would... I don't want to go that way. Anyway, that's a good example. I'd have to do something like that, which is not what I want, so... Okay, now let's start here. Perfect. Oh, he's taking that route. How adventurous. Okay, so let's get one way and like this. Okay, good. And now the last thing we have to do is we have to do this as well. You know what? Maybe I don't need to do that. It will force them to go all the way around, which is not good. I kind of like having the depot in the middle and having it be a turn away. Okay, for now, let's just do it this way. Let's actually use this. I'm going to make mine every 6. Looks good to me. And we'll do it this way as well. Okay, good, it's smart. So I guess we'll just put it here. And then we'll have to do the special signals for this. Oops. There we go. Perfect. It's good. Now let's get our second train going. In fact, I'll just actually duplicate this one. And off you go. Hooray! My double track thing! Okay, so let's see. We have some chat to catch up on. We've done very well so far, says Lightning. This was referring to that Japanese playthrough. Alex says, early Steam age. By 1927, Superpower Steam was really fully in effect. Grr, this game is infuriating. Yeah, I think there's a compressed, time compressed effect here for the different trains. Poor Alex. I'm so sorry. I understand the angles, but given the map scale, that turnaround distance is pretty large. Yeah, I think so too. Especially because I'm used to openTTD where you can do it in like 3 tiles. 2 tiles, baby. Love the Rail 2 for Railway Empires, but yeah, it feels simple. Oh, tried to get into Railway Empires, says Seabass. I don't know, just never really flourished as a game. So every time I play, I want to mention this again. Every time I play Mashinky, I have fun. It's definitely a fun game. The only... Wow, we're making a lot of money from this now, too. But the only drawback I see is that when it's just... I guess that once it's more completely fleshed out, it'll be even better. And I won't have this thought, should I just be playing openTTD? Which is the thought I have. Now, it's 1928. It's probably about time. I mean, we have our cash cow set up. It would be nice to start paying off this loan, which... We don't need to pay off loans. The bank, you just ask for money and the bank gives it to you. It's just so simple. You know what might have been interesting is if I had set up train 4 as a different train, a faster one. But I don't actually like the other train option. I don't like the bald one because it takes double the maintenance. I don't think it's doubly as good. Look at all this money we're making. Yeah, these guys are just making money hand over fist. So this was a very successful investment, I would say. Probably these, do they actually give you info statistics? So operating cost, this guy must be my new one. Yep, because it's train 7. Let's look at train 6. This guy has already made 335 in 1928 and only minus 15 in operating costs. So he's just made a killing. Like, look at this. This is in 1928, which we're not quite, but almost done with. It's like double his... He's going to be like double what his income was in 1927 for the year. It's crazy. Soap, cash cow, that one. Now, we probably could be making the same kind of money here. Do I already have a restaurant? probably what I need to do is put all that kind of stuff, the restaurant, the waiting station, in here. And I do find it, this game, in fact, I'd almost say it's a little bit too easy this way. I find that doing this is extremely worth it. So we'll do this. And I'll get a restaurant here too. And there we go. So we'll probably be making a lot more money now. And we finished this just in time. Money, whatever. Deforestation, we still have not even started that, but... What does this +2 mean? Does that mean like 2 free extensions? Interesting. Lumberjack storage. Like, what's the... I've never actually done this. Tree nursery, a special forest facility where growing trees are sheltered from animals. Like, what does this do? Building in the way? There's a building here? Oh, I probably need to look from this perspective. No, I don't see anything. Oh my gosh, it's too wide. Did not notice that. So I wonder what this does. I've never experimented with these. Well, I guess let's try it out. The extensions for lumber increase the rate it produces lumber to be picked up. I was guessing that. Thank you, Kurt, for explicitly pointing it out. I mean, it's the only thing that made sense, but it doesn't actually tell you what each one will do. Do they all just... Like, they all have different, slightly different flavor text. Does that mean that they all just end up doing the same thing? Maybe at slightly different rates? Yeah, 4 money for that train is not good. Probably because we haven't invested in waiting station restaurant over there. But I think that this was the big money maker anyways. Now we're making 50 money on those. So you can see our money is slowly going up. Alright, it's 1929. I guess let's go ahead and make this investment, which is going to show us... I'll try to pull up the map as, you know, as zoomed out as I can be. Boom! Hey, new stuff appeared on the map. Okay, so the next goal is to finish this by 1944. And what is the... We want... Essentially we can easily get the first two, the lumber and the coal, but now we want to get iron tokens. And let's slow this game down a little bit while I kind of poke my nose in a good layout for iron. We can also do post stuff. We can make post routes, which I've actually never done. Okay, so this is going to take our iron and give us steel, I guess. And we'll take the steel to a tool house, which is all down here. Damn it, anyhow, this is just very bad random luck. The nearest tool house is all the way down here. So where's the nearest foundry? Here. This is just terrible. Okay, so this is the tool house. It's built on the side. Oh my gosh, it's not built on the side. It's built up. But however, although it's built up, I think no, not V. C. Can I flatten that? Okay, I could. Perfect. So although this is weird, can you flatten the whole thing? No, you can't. Okay, I shouldn't have done it. Anyway, so opportunity. Had to cough there. Sorry. Recent discovered iron ore, very exciting. Foundries, so deliver 200 ore and 200 coal to any foundry. Foundry, coal. Okay, well, does it have to be the same one? This is pretty simple. Yeah, 5 is going to give us... So 3 gives us 1, 5 gives us 2 here. So we'd rather do that. Actually can't even make it that close. actually put it back here. Okay, now I think this should be pretty straightforward. There we go. We only have one train on this line, so it doesn't really matter. Question, where are you going to take it? I don't think you have orders. Where will you take it? Where are you going to go? I'm so curious. Well, we probably should ramp up this guy then. Give an extension to him. I wonder why he did that twice. Oh, he loaded on the extra. Oh, that's funny. So, coal storage, production speed increase 50%. Okay, let's try it. And maintenance shed increases coal production by 20%. Not a big deal. Timber supports in the tunnels allow for faster mining, increases coal production. Doesn't tell us how much. Okay, oh my gosh. It requires, oh, I've made a mistake. This requires that, so just delete you. This does not require anything, right? So I did not read these extensions very much. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. It says right here. So this just gives you coal a lot. This gives you a very little coal. Let's start reading these arrows, now that I kind of understand it. Okay, so let's delete this, though. Sorry, we're never going to get... Or are we? No, yeah, we're never going to get that there. So just delete it. Whoops. Forget I ever did that. I have a cheat sheet for stuff around. Somewhere I can send it to you. The text doesn't matter. I'm reading it backwards, of course. Here we go. Coffee and a roof over one's head can make a big difference to waiting passengers. Yeah, well, we're making a lot of money. Oh, post office. Picked a bad place to deposit itself. Is this still... Yeah, we still have the post station here. Okay, good. So I haven't done the mail stuff. You know what would be cool is to do a mail run between these two. In fact, what I should do is just... Well... Yeah, let's just do a mail run. Because I have no idea. Is it going to be good, bad? Take all the mail. So I wanted to get the same train because I want them all to be at the same speed. There's no point in getting a more expensive train. We did manage to run out of money. I'm not too surprised about that. The big question is still, how are we going to end up getting anything to the... Do they increase the number of toolworks? Are there any other toolworks? Really, I guess what you should do is restart the game if you get a bad distribution of toolworks, as I did. Yeah, so Kurt says if you have post offices in place, you already pick up passengers, you can just add a mail car to existing trains. That's exactly what I was thinking about doing. But then I realized that these trains are, I think, being pushed to the limit. They're at 143. How much does a mail car do? Look, and I can always take this train... Oh my gosh, it's making 62 money. Okay, forget it. Let it be its own train. I don't care. That's perfect. What extensions do we have now, by the way? Yeah, none of these are really necessary. I mean, we just should be really going up in money. Okay, so that happens the first time, but I don't think that'll ever happen again. I think at this point, they're gonna have this one-time lag. They had themselves perfectly spaced where they weren't stopping each other. But now they need like to be redistributed. Although the fact that this guy gets into the station at the time this guy leaves, not a good sign. This might actually be too short of a route for 3 trains to run consecutively. Which I could have solved if I wasn't a dummy. Yeah, I only did it on this side. Why did I do that? Built my restaurant. I think this is my restaurant. Are you a restaurant or a waiting area? It's facing the wrong way. I think it's a restaurant. Yeah, this is the waiting station. So I built my restaurant on the wrong side, so I can't build my station there. Whoops. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the post office stuff is still making a lot of money. It does give passengers time to actually start accruing. Yeah, it's making 60 money. Oh my gosh, that postage is so worth it. So we probably should get everyone to go back in and, you know, start carrying mail everywhere. How are we doing over here? I guess we're still making money. Anyway, this is like a nice... I think this is already a nice introduction to Mashinky. What are my like final thoughts? Well, we finished log processing. Oh yeah, how many logs can we? Full capacity. 400 logs to any sawmill. Well, let's just do this one. Wait, there's one we have to deforest. Let's do that one. Okay, let's get to work. Hey, look, we're up to 500 money. I haven't even borrowed for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, got my 5. I think I will put this one sideways because I'm not. I may want it to actually connect to other stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And we'll just build right through this forest, which is not ideal, but oops, almost misclicked. This would actually be a good town to connect to eventually, so we'll probably think about doing that. 1, 2. I probably will want this to run in duplicate as well. This is gonna work so perfectly. Ah, it's beautiful. Good, and now let's just get this stuff going on. Perfect. Exactly the opposite of perfect. That's just about as good as it'll get. And we'll put its own, like, there's not a there's not something nearby, so we'll put one here. Is the stream back up yet? Just waiting. I'm also reading over Alex's comments. Thank you for contributing comments, by the way, Alex. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the checks in the postal order, letters for the rich, letters for the poor, and I can't remember this poem anymore. In real life, mail and express traffic were what made passenger trains profitable. That was crazy, says Lightning. I'm sure he's referring to my stream. Yeah, I'll just put it here. I don't really care. But now we should be able to build more trains. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow. 62. We'll probably not do the 62. The 60 is pretty cool, and it only costs maintenance of coal? Yes. Yes. Now the problem is that every single one of my trains has got to do this, but... By the way, did this guy end up... Which... I'm really curious, where does this train end up going? Yes. Yes. Is this counting? Yep, 200 is delivered. Problem is, it's not going to do anything until I get the iron. Okay, that's a problem. A slight oversight on my part. Anyway, somewhere over here we have this. And I just need like a couple more iron tokens. So let's tell this guy actually to deliver to the other place. Like, start. Let me just specifically give you orders. Because I don't think you're giving me any stuff. I don't think this is giving me any iron. Yeah, so what I should have looked at is it's not coal by itself gives you tokens, which is the case with this. Sorry. So this one, just coal gives you tokens. But this one's coal plus something gives you tokens. So we should be a little bit more careful. I wonder if that OBS, because I got a message OBS was disconnected. I really hate my internet. I don't know how to solve it. It's just frustrating. It does drop it every now and then, and it was actually happening, I think, during Wolfpack and I's cooperative stream or cooperative videos. Yeah, so at least we're getting tokens now, and we can buy this super expensive one, which I'm also is going to limit our ability to get more tokens in the future. But hey, we're just going to do it, right? Oh, there's a... What's the point of this? Why would you ever do this? It costs more money for less horsepower and less speed. Is this like... Is this supposed to like go on ice or something? It's supposed to weigh like very little? I don't know, but this Russian is pretty powerful, pretty amazing. Only carries 140. This is a pretty nice one, the 284. I might buy this one actually, because it's the main. I like it better, and because the initial price I have to pay is in something that I gotta have a lot of, and then the operating cost is something that I don't have a lot of. So, but I probably have a slow budget of it. So this is good. I think I'll do this. Okay, and then with that kind of weight that it can store, I can get all kinds of crap. Yeah, you know what? We want a dining car. We want first class first, then a dining car. And then another first class, and then we want postage. Oh god, it's over 5 tiles. I'm gonna have to extend my stations, which we'll just do very quickly. It's fine. It's... Oh my god. This is the wrong line. Quick! Quick, undo. Where's the undo button? Okay, this is actually one thing that I don't like. I don't like the fact that you can't undo. Well, this is a great place to call this stream to a close. We'll just pretend that never happened. I don't even know where I was intending to put that. What was I intending to do with that? Oh, well, I guess it's not all that bad. I can use it. I can use it. Just drop these things, and we'll have to just sell them, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll make a little bit of that money back. And then what we'll do is we'll put... What is this supposed to be doing? Wood? Oh my gosh, it's going to pull so much wood. Okay, fine. It's fine. It's just fine. It's going to pull so much wood. 6. I cannot go to 6. But we'll duplicate this eventually, so... This thing... Very not useful in this exact situation. Okay, anyways, let's just get him off. Oh my god, stop. Come back. Go back to station. Go back in. Are you back in? Where are you? Are you? What? Can you go to depot? I think it bugged out when I did that. Yes! I did it! Success! It did bug out. So as soon as this goes back in... There it is. I just need to get rid of this one car. Sell that as well. And can I get another one now? I might be able to get a small one. What's the length of this one? It is 0.75. No, I don't think I can get that one on there. Oh my gosh, I'm 0.02 short. Well, whatever. Okay, now launch you. Go ahead, do your thing. Baby Tortuga seems happy. Anyway, at least we were able to... This is so long. I forgot to extend the station. Did I? Did I do it already? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. All right, all's well in the world. I probably could go... I don't think you can go 7 without extending. You have to, like, pay for an extension. Signal box. Which we don't have the money for. So, for now, I think that's good. Let's go speed of 4. This thing should really fly. Oh, it's actually going to be slowed down quite a bit on those turns. But that's not that big. It's not that bad. Forgotten train. Oh, we got a train. Hooray! Class 65. I think it actually is a pretty good one. Just haven't done any... I know. We haven't done any iron at all. That's very inconvenient, by the way, that this one is... or maybe it's convenient. We could take one station to do both. So we need to get iron to... You know what? Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Okay, I'm doing this because we can get iron. X-nay, X-nay. Like here? I just did this just perfectly horrible. I think we have to do this. Yeah. Okay, well, it's fine. So we'll just need a lot of signals here. That and that. I think that's sufficient. Now I just need you to give me a new train. How about this new one that we just got? 700 horsepower, 5... I mean, this is awesome. It pulls a lot of weight, so... Yeah, I mean, why not? It's probably overkill, but sure. Because it's a free train. Who doesn't like free trains? I don't know. I never got a train for free, actually. It's kind of a weird question. It's making me uncomfortable to think about this. Let's see. I think I'll throw on 3 of these. I'm assuming that the lumber token ones are just better. And I can't afford any more, so we'll just let it go at that. I'm assuming it knows... Oh, wow. It did it! It knows! My route is working! Haha, wonderful. What's the plan on Rule the Waves, episode 80? Haha. You missed the earlier part of my stream, Jamie, when I was talking about how I couldn't do even a simple recording last night without saying very stupid things. Did you notice, by the way, that we have made some money? Okay, I'm going to call the stream to a close here, though. So we've made a lot of money. We have actually almost paid off our loan. We're below our original starting amount. This is insane. So we're making money hand over fist. As I was saying, these mail runs are very important. Hugely expensive. Admiral Torturpitz retires to take over the German train system and organize it for the army. So anyway, I will get to the Rule the Waves episode 80, but I haven't have not recorded it yet. That's what I can say about that. So Mashinky, I hope you enjoyed this look at Mashinky. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to do something like a series on this. I don't know how, like, doing at least a stream of it was satisfying, very satisfying. But, you know, maybe we could get more mileage out of this game. I really like it. Or maybe I should just switch over to openTTD. Again, that's always the question I ask every time I finish playing Mashinky. I think, well, you know, it's a better version of openTTD in terms of graphics and interface and like fluidity, like ease of use. However, it doesn't have the complexity. It doesn't have everything I want. So I'm left pondering, what do I want to play? Anyways, take care, guys. Very sad. I love that game. Oh, Rule of Waves? Oh, I mean, don't worry, Jamie. Rule of Waves is going to be done, but it won't be up tonight. Would be interesting to see in the series. Well, thanks, Lance. Thanks for the feedback on that. Okay, well, that's it. So, I'll probably have some video up tomorrow, but until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for hopping in the stream. Feel free to jump on the Discord if you're old. Or old at heart. That'll be my new... I kind of like that as my new inside joke. You gotta be old at heart to join the Tortugas Discord. So anyways, take care.